this is Dorothy with That Scrapbooking, and I just wanted to kind of give you a go through of our rearranged video room. This is where I make all of my videos, and my husband and I completely move things around. So this is a cabinet where I keep various supplies on hand, and I've got my cutter here, my Fiskars cutter, and a Cricut mirror for doing weeding, and copy paper. And here are all my how-to, not all of my, but some of my how-to books that I use for picking out sketches, for cards, and for scrapbook pages. And so we come around, and this is an IKEA table that can be raised or lowered depending on your height. Now underneath is a dog bed. That's one of the dogs. That's Daisy. And this is where I make all my videos, and my husband makes some of his videos too. But I've kind of taken it over. So I've got all of my tools that I could possibly use to make cards and scrapbook pages. So I've got little adhesives in a little jar. These are actually the wee yogurt jars that I cleaned out, and I kind of have my adhesives lined up there. This is a little round Lazy Susan for holding various supplies. I think I got that from Stamp and Storage. Same thing, this is a little one. And I've got my iPad, and this is what I hook up to my GoPro camera, and I use an app called Quick, Q-U-I-K, so that I can see what I'm doing with the iPad. And here are all of my shimmer brushes. This is also from Stamp and Storage. And then here is stuff. So glue dots, red line tape, more glue dots, foam tape of various thicknesses, foam dots, big and small. And then I've got daubers, got a whole bunch of embellishments here that I can just kind of quickly go through to embellish pages and cards. And let me see, so over here are, well, here is my T-square from Close to My Heart, my new T-square, which I just love. Okay, this is dragging all of my backgrounds with me. These are backgrounds that I got from Amazon. So they're plastic sheets with front and back different kind of wood grains. Here's another one that's kind of semi-transparent. So I've got all sorts of different kinds of, got a whole slew of them. Anyway, so I've got all of my blocks here ready for stamping. So those go back here, and this is just a little trash bowl. And I always keep a little garbage thing here to put trash in. I've got my craft mat up here, and around the corner here is my heater for doing embossing. And let's see, this is just to show you, this is where my husband makes hats. So this is for ironing vinyl onto hats. Here's our presses, our heat presses from Cricut. He makes also t-shirts here, and he's become quite a Cricut aficionado here. So he's got all of his t-shirts lined up with a kind of clothes rack to let the t-shirts cool. And of course our printer and computer, that's his computer. And then I let him use my Cricut Air 2. So he has the pink but he's a man, so he doesn't worry about it being pink. So for him, it was just a free Cricut. So anyway, walking through into the next bedroom. This is so sad. We don't have any guest room right now. So this is my office. And the whole reason why the whole rearrangement of everything happened is because the carpeting in my office was embarrassingly old. And so Jim put in this luxury vinyl. Super simple to do. I absolutely love it. And we moved my club table from the club room into my office, and that is now my desk. And it's sort of a partner's desk. So here, you move my chair in. So this is my computer. And let me just go around to the other side. So here's the other side of my desk. And we also have another dog bed, and another dog bed, and another dog. That's Ginger. She's very old. She sleeps probably 22 hours a day. Okay, so back over here to this corner. So I've got elfish shelves from the Container Store up holding albums, mostly stamps. So there's stamps all through here, and I've got them organized in a way that makes sense to me. So this is like holidays other than Christmas, seasons in nature, and then Christmas, butterflies and flowers. So you kind of have to pick out what works for you. So this one is good for vacations. This is good for cards. So alphabet stamps, animation stamps, puns and pets. So this is what makes sense to me. And then stamps related to Jim and Philip, and inks and ink blots, splashes, brush strokes, and flares, and journaling lines. So that's how I organize my stamps. Over here, I've got this little cabinet. Daisy. Say hi, Daisy. And I've got embossing. I've got embossing folders in here. Now, I have some thin cuts, but I'll show you where I keep thin cuts. So if there's more stamps, there's more... Oh, I've got paints down here for other kind of crafting. Some little tools and stamps that I've been using recently for pages and cards and what have you. And I also keep this year's stamps of the month so I can just grab them. Anyway, that's that little thing. And then I've got my Brother P-Touch, which I use all the time to make labels. So I love my little brother, even though the tape is really expensive. It's like $25 per roll of tape. I could probably get it cheaper. These are discontinued papers that I'm just kind of keeping and labeling so I can remember what they are. Just a place for me to see photo album and making memories together. Isn't that cute? So I keep my black and white daisy here and some French vanilla here, and here are my colors of the year. So we've had melon is this year, wildberry was last year, julep was the year before. And then I've got some brushes back here and some other kinds of pens and lots of ribbons over here. Okay, so that's one side. And then, of course, I have my place to charge my phone, have my coffee or tea, mostly tea. And I've got my mat. I was doing something with these cutout bows. And then I've got my stamp and storage boxes for holding with the IKEA holding all of my cardstock. So I put them in the same order that they're in the catalog from Close to My Heart, so that I can just very quickly go through and find, here's all the basic colors, reds and pinks, the greens and yellows and oranges, and blues and greens. And then my Cricut, which need to, so this is a Cricut maker, and I've got my Cricut thingies hanging on the wall back there. I'm using those 3M hooks. These are discontinued old previous colors that I keep up there. And I've got my little turntable with all of the colors of all the this year's, all the recent colors. So I keep that. And I mean, this has really worked out very well for me for grabbing and going. And then I move these, I bring what I need and bring them over into the video room. What else do we have? It's a whole box of cards that I make and keep. And then when I get enough, I can easily go here and grab a card for a friend for a birthday or get well or whatever. But I make a lot of cards. And so what I end up doing is sending them to cards, what's it called? Cards of Love or something, where you donate cards. So I've got up here on this shelf, I've got a stickle box. And I'm sure you all do this, but just to let you know, whenever I get a new stickles or the pearls, I always put a drop on the edge, on the end of the cap. And that way you can just look down and see what color you've got. But I'm sure everybody does that. Okay, and then these are the M boxes, the M box organizers. They were actually made for, I can't get, hold on. Here we go. Sorry about that. These are really made for M-size stamps, which are the very small stamps. But they fit perfectly all of the shimmer tape. It just works perfectly for that. So I organize all of my colors, all the same colors together. And I've got one up here for golds and pinks and yellows, and I've got stickles and liquid pearls, and then the new colors of shimmer tape there. And then all of the tri-blend markers are kept here. And so really it's so easy to find them and grab the ones that I need to bring next door. And then I've got my Distress Oxides up here. So that's that. Now up here, I've got these pull-out drawers. So there's 3 drawers, got them at Target. And I labeled them January, February for winter, March, April, spring, May, June, summer, and July, August for summer, and then October, and Jim and Philip, and then November and December. And so as I finish pages, I put them in here. So when I go to make some pages, I can say, okay, I'm looking for winter pages or spring pages or a page specifically for Philip or Jim. And so these are all of my already done scrapbook pages that are ready to go for whatever particular thing. So if I've got a whole bunch of pictures and they're all about Jim and Philip, then I can just grab this whole drawer to put them together. So that's just for me. Now down here I've got family and vintage and heirloom and Jim's airplane project and Jim's RV project. So those are all specialty boxes. So rocking chair. I use that to rock Philip and also Jason for as long as I had him. And then in here, I keep my albums. This is really kind of an awful closet. It's because it's got these huge doors. Okay, this is, I think they're 3-foot doors. Can't really tell that. Let me step way back. So they're 3-foot doors each. And so you open them up, and so it's a shallow closet with these, see, that's a hole back there. It's a black hole and a black hole over here. So it's kind of the whole wall needs to be ripped out really to make this whole area useful. But up on top, I've got empty albums ready to go. I've got boxes of glue ready. So I have a huge stash of stuff. This is the newer Tombow glue tape, the older Tombow. Lots and lots of white cards. Lots of white cards. These are some older colonial white cards. Tons of page protectors, tons of flip flaps. And then all of my re-inkers to match my ink, all of my ink pads over there. And small bags, more flip flaps. And over here is just older stuff. These are older, huge alphabet letters, which are really, those are like big title letters. And some more iris boxes. This has got Hope and Kindness. And then this one has got pigment inks in it, the small pigment inks, which I really liked those. So down here, this is for some older, discontinued stamps that need to go on sale or given away. So over here in this corner, I just have a little bag here that is ready to go to a local store that we have to meet friends and have a crop. And then I've got my camera hanging here to take pictures, and all of my scrapbook going to scrapbook conventions, the Scrapbook Expo. So those are fun. So anyway, that's the office. This is where a good portion of the work happens, and then the videos take place next door. Whereas over here, this is the final room that used to be my club room. And now this is a layout for Jim, where he's doing fairly serious product video. But here in the corner, I have a desk, and this is where I have my embosser and die cut. So I do all of my die cutting and embossing here. And I keep, it's kind of dark over here, sorry about that. I keep an iris box full of bigger scraps, small scraps, and these are all of my embossing, thin cuts. Not embossing, these are thin cuts. And I have them labeled for card fronts and with specific little envelopes with each of the thin cuts in it. And I put, like, this is the envelope flap for a 4x5 card. So that went into card fronts. Excuse me, but I've got basic shapes, shaker windows with a whole bunch of different shapes of shaker windows. Basic shapes, those are circles and squares and ovals. And fancy shapes, those are like doilies, so that kind of a fancy shape, and this is crafting supplies. Borders, nature shapes, so that's going to be leaves and flowers and snowflakes, and brackets and frames, words, and then alphabet. Okay, there's a couple of more things that I forgot to include. So these are the two on rollers hanging folders that I got off of Amazon. And you also get these large, very large hanging folders. So they fit 12 by 12 paper packs perfectly, as you can see. Look at those little critters. I can't believe I still have some of those. So what I've done is gone through and kind of reorganized all these papers. At first, I was just putting the names of the papers here, and so I had to remember that. But what I've done was take all of those papers, and I've kind of reorganized them so that here we've got autumn, papers for autumn. So you've got Halloween papers, Hello Pumpkin, Hawthorne, which is a good autumn paper. And then I've gone to papers for Jim and Philip, and I've got a lot of mail type papers here: Stardust, Regatta, Pro Player, really old ones, You Rock. And then I've got family and for girls and vacation. So you have Into the Wild and Seaside and Wonderful, vintage, winter and snow, spring, summer, Thanksgiving, and then Christmas. And then over here, I've got some more papers, similar idea. So there's that I forgot to add to this. And there's also one other thing I wanted to show you. Daisy. So here I've got underneath my carousel of inks, I've got all of these shelves. Now this is another IKEA, and these are three more stamp and storage things for papers. And I've got so much cardstock that these are all discontinued cardstocks. But I've given quite a bit of paper away to the art department for the local high school that my son went to. So that's always something else I can do. And I also have all the glitter paper and the foil papers and the wood papers. All the different kinds of papers are here. But in these boxes, I've got all of my embellishments that are organized according to, here's wood embellishments, gold and bronze, metals, blues and greens, whites and clear, blacks and grays. And, let me try to get up. In this corner, I have my suitcases for the going on the road, the road show, with all of my scrapbooking supplies. That's for going on retreats. That's what those are for. Okay, there was something else that I wanted to show you. What was it? I can't remember whether it was in here. Oh, I know what it was. So these are the lights. What is that? F-I-L-E. Anyway, those are my lights. It's upside down, so. What I wanted to show you is this is the software, the app that I use for running the camera. So it's Quick, Q-U-I-K. Oh, stop. Okay, so it comes up and you hit on the little camera. Make that go away. And then this says, control your GoPro. So I'm going to hit that. And then hit join. I don't know what this is going to do. It's going to be weird. So they're talking to each other. And so now I've got a picture, a picture of what's going on with this camera. So like here is I just went over to show the T-square, and it came up on the GoPro. So that's how I watch what I'm doing. I'm confused here. That's how I watch what I'm doing while I'm making a video. So it's that simple. It's just quick as a GoPro app, and that just happens to be. Now, I don't know if you use your iPhone or something. I don't know that this app would work for an iPhone, or if there's another app. I don't know anything about that. But that's what I use, just so that you know that. And I just kind of wanted to show you that. And I think that's it. And this cabinet below, like I said, it's got various supplies. Like here's my really big block, the 5x7 block. So I know that it's here if I need to use it, and I've got 2 of them. And, you know, then this has got a whole bunch of my Fisker's blades, and some more scissors, and some sponge things, and glue, and more, what is this kind of tape? I forgot, super strong tape. Anyway, that's what that holds. So I wasn't trying to hide anything from you. And that's my grandmother. She did that for me. That's watercolor, and I think that's some oil or acrylics. And then my great uncle did these. So it's kind of nice to have family stuff, kind of surrounded by family stuff from the old heads. And now I'm an old head in the family. When did that happen? How did that happen? So anyway, I just wanted to, number one, thank you if you've subscribed to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for supporting me that way. I really appreciate it. It means something to YouTube, you know, depending on how many people you have. So thank you for that, and thank you for watching my videos, and please, anytime, feel free to leave a comment. If there's any questions I can answer, then I will answer them for you. And I just want you to know, I want you to have, you know, a happy and mostly healthy new year, and hopefully it's fulfilling for you. And, you know, happy is kind of like, you know, sometimes you're just okay, and sometimes just getting through the day is enough. But I hope it's fulfilling for you. And I wish you the best. Thank you for watching, and take care. If you have any questions about my rooms, please give me a holler, or any suggestions. Improvements would be helpful. I'll take it all. So thank you very much. Bye now. Hi, I'm Dorothy Smith. Thanks for watching my video, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel and learn along with me. Thanks. Bye-bye.